Well, hi, I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we're having a second cup of coffee today with the Superintendent at Cooper Lake State Park, Steve Killian.
Good morning.
And Steve is over both Doctors Creek and South Sulphur. So spring making its presence known.
You know,
now?
spring is an amazing time to be at Cooper Lake State Park. I patrolled the campgrounds this morning before I made my way up here, and the forest is in a rebirth phase. The red buds are aglow in the forest. We have wild plums, the white flowers, and the senses are the aromas. It's I can take a picture, and I put them on Facebook.
Right.
But you don't get the full impression, the full experience unless you're there. On the trail.
When you say your senses, I guess that also could work.
Sights, sounds, touch, tactile. I mean, smells, heat, cold, everything. To get that amazing experience.
Right.
There at the park.
So we're even though spring officially is not with us, it's with us.
It's with us. Yeah. It's with us.
Right.
We've had some 80-degree days, and that's really kicked some stuff off.
Absolutely. Well, like everybody else, you're kind of looking ahead to the total solar eclipse on April 8th.
Excited about that.
And you still can let some people in on a day pass for that.
We still have a few left. So when you hear this talk that we're having, there's still going to be a handful of day passes remaining. You know, we're going to have 750 cars between Doctors Creek, the South Sulphur Unit, and the Tower Boat Ramp. So it's going to be the busiest day pretty much in the history of the park. Gotcha. And if you want to experience the grandeur of the solar eclipse on the banks of Lake Jim Chapman, which is a 20,000-acre lake, large, wide open vista views, that's the place to be. It's $5 for adults, kids 12 and under, always free. Now, if you have a park pass, you still have to obtain a permit to be able to get in that day. But we have a few left as of this morning. So first come, first serve.
Yeah. And you've already told me that all your cabins are
all
full.
The cabins, all the campsites are full. We have people from all over the United States and international that making a pilgrimage to probably the best spot in the United States and for this entire eclipse right here in Sulphur Springs.
What's the farthest away that anyone has made a reservation with you?
We have some from northern Canada right now.
Really?
And I haven't checked all the day use yet. I would suspect we got some from Europe, a handful from Europe. Maybe one from Australia. I know Australia's going to have several in the upcoming years, but there's a lot of people internationally that chase eclipses. So,
and then you're also looking for volunteers to help out.
You know, we always need volunteers just for normal park operations, but especially for the eclipse. Now, if you volunteer for the eclipse, you're going to get into the park. Now, you're going to have to work a little bit. But it's not going to be too difficult. You'll probably have a wand to direct traffic. You'll have a vest on for safety because it's going to be dark for about 4.5 minutes. So it's going to be amazing. I'm looking forward to it just from the operational side, but just from a personal side as well. I'm excited. I've never experienced it.
So when you say it's going to be dark,
it's going to be dark.
So I was in an eclipse several years ago. It was not a full eclipse, but this was in Austin. And the sensation was that it was more like a cloudy day.
Sure, that's what happens with partial eclipse.
But this is going to be
a total eclipse. Will be dark. The animals will go to sleep. It will get cooler. You'll be able to see the stars. See, a total eclipse is when the new moon gets in front of the sun, and there's a small area on the Earth's surface that is totally occluded from the sunlight. And at that point in time, you can actually look at it with the naked eye. Now, before the total eclipse, you have to have your glasses, and after you have to have your glasses. But during totality, that's the only time you can view a total eclipse.
And that's just for a short, very short.
About 4.5 minutes at the park, and that's pretty much as long as anybody on the track will see it.
Wow. So if you were a volunteer,
you're gonna get to experience that for free. Like I said, you're gonna have to work a little bit, not a lot, but we would assign you to a parking lot, and you're gonna be there to aid the happy visitors.
How many volunteers do you need?
I would like to have 10.
That's good. Okay, so
it's all hands on deck. We have a staff of with the seasonal employees now. We're pushing about 23 employees as we speak, and we'll have one more on board before the eclipse, which will make it 24 plus 10 volunteers, and we have about 12 to 15 park hosts who are volunteers, but they actually live on the park. So we'll have, pushing 40 if we're fully staffed, like I hope, to take care of several thousand people.
So the volunteers could continue to help out in other ways after the eclipse from time to time.
We need it. We always talk about the programs, the educational programs. Volunteers can always help with that. They can help with just general maintenance around the park, because the growing season has arrived. We're beginning to mow, and volunteers can help us mow.
Sure.
They can help us weed eat, and they can help at the office with just customer service, checking in campers, welcoming day users and the like. So there's a lot that volunteers can do. We receive over right at 150,000 visitors every year, and we only have about 22 to 23 staff members when we're fully staffed. Doctors Creek and South Sulphur combined, we need the help.
We're out of time. We'll continue this conversation soon and talk more about maybe the eclipse, but some of the other things going on at Cooper Lake State Park.
I love it.
Steve Killian, Superintendent, Cooper Lake State Park. I'm John Mark Dempsey, and this is KSST.